So today I'm going to tell you about the biggest waste of time, money and effort I ever spent marketing, in the hope that you might learn the lesson from me. So when I started my HR consultancy, I tried lots of different things, as most people do, didn't know what was going to work with marketing. So I tried a variety of different things, some of which worked a bit, some of which didn't. But I think the worst thing I did was cold calling, which was awful. And I'd done cold calling before. So when I was a student a long time ago, I used to work for a double glazing company selling windows, which was pretty soul destroying. So it's not that I hadn't done it before, but it's a whole different kettle of fish doing it for your own business. That sense of, rejection would be very personal, all those things. But I did it anyway. I spent ages researching, how to do it effectively, writing a script that was going to work, finding out all about how to, get past gatekeepers and all of those things. Spent ages, bought myself a list, which obviously cost money, and I did it, and it was just awful. And when I, hated it, spent ages doing it. I then outsourced it to someone else, which of course didn't work either. And it's because small business owners don't buy HR consultants. They don't choose their HR consultant based on some random woman who phones them up at an inconvenient moment. That's not how they decide that. So it was a complete waste of time. So biggest waste of time, don't do it. However, it was also the biggest fluke I've ever had in business, because it just so happened that one of my many cold calls that I made was to a lovely business owner who was just right at the point where he really needed some help. He's very, very stressed, had a number of difficult employee issues, and just that morning something terrible had happened. So I happened to call him at exactly the right moment, went to see him and, helped him with his problems, and he turned into a very long-standing client, was with me and retained it for years. Brilliant, excellent client. But that was complete fluke. It was a complete fluke that I happened to call him at that precise moment. And obviously you can't rely on that happening. So learn from me. Don't do cold calling if you're trying to sell HR services to small businesses. It won't work unless you have a really, really, really fluky phone call, which is not very likely. So if those kind of tips are helpful to you and you're interested in working with me, setting up your own HR consultancy, then do get in touch.